So a slightly different video this time because I've come to Dorset and a part of the country that has a very special coast. In fact, it's called Yes, this is Dorset's famous Jurassic Coast, and later on I'll be down on the beach looking for fossils. That's what people come here to collect and find, fossils, but we'll see if we can find those later. In the meantime, I've come up to this huge mound, this big hill. I'm told there are spectacular views up here, so let's see if we can find any. So we're on National Trust land here, and I'm told if we go along the cliff tops here we'll get some spectacular views of the coast. Let's see. Hello. Wow.
Hi.
What a view.
It's not a bad view.
Fantastic. And that looks lovely too.
Getting there.
Quite hot work though.
Oh yeah, I didn't quite expect it to be quite so good today. I actually bought a jersey thinking it was going to be a bit on the chilly
warm.
side.
The only slight downside was that I shook his hand and my hand is now covered in paint. So this is the lovely little seaside town of Seaton. Big, long, pebbly beach and cliffs. I think there's a nature reserve up there actually. And as always, a little British seaside cafe. Where would the seaside be without them? Well, I've moved on a bit now, and over there, the River Axe, and you can see the bridge going over it, and these boats in the harbour here at Seaton, just beautiful. And as for the scenery behind, even better. So that was my look around Seaton. Well, we've moved on today to the old and quiet seaside town of Lyme Regis. So a quick look around here, and not such a nice day today, but nevertheless should be some nice things to have a look at. Lyme Regis is lovely. It's not too touristy, but it seems to be in a bit of a case on my holidays this year. It's not as nice when it's cloudy but not sunny, but here are some of the yachts anyway, which, whatever the weather, do look pretty spectacular, I have to say. So now I'm walking along the Cobb, which was originally just a set of wooden stakes driven into the harbour bed really in medieval times, and then went on to become maybe Lyme Regis' most famous attraction, the Cobb. So the reason I wanted to come down here was because a well-known movie, The French Lieutenant's Woman, was shot right at the end of the Cobb here, with Meryl Streep as far as I remember. So, welcome to Hollywood. That was my little look round Lyme Regis. See, this is why I like driving around in the car, just finding little places. What a beautiful little town this is. It's called Beer, yes, as in the drink, in Devon, but it looks great. So there you saw them sorting the day's catch out. What a wonderful little place this is, really a good find. But now, fish and chips, which I love on the south coast. And as I keep saying to everyone, those are proper chips. Look, thick and a bit soggy. Just right. So there. And that's been my little look around beer. Unplanned, actually. Hope you enjoyed it. One of the main reasons I've come here, really, to hunt for fossils. Now, I had a little go yesterday when it was getting dark, didn't have much luck, so what I'm going to do is pop in here. This is the Weymouth Heritage Coast Centre, and it will give you some advice on finding fossils, and then go out there on the beach. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? And see if I can find myself some. But I don't think it's going to be easy. But we're going to give it a go, and as you can see, beautiful scenery around here anyway. Going to go and educate myself, then bring on the fossils. So here's how it works then. From top of the cliff to the bottom represents about 170 million years, right? And at various points along the cliff, you can see distinct lines, a distinct line of what was sediment formed into rock. Very obvious in places. Apparently what you have to do to find the fossils, best way to find them, is to find patches of very dark sand, which are iron pyrites, okay? Rub your fingers through those, and that's the best place to find them. And I haven't found any yet. Well, getting around a bit, a stop off in Weymouth now, which is actually a nice old seaside town, and the tide's up. What more could you want? Compared with other seaside resorts, I always think Weymouth's quite sort of genteel. Well, we've talked a lot on the video about the Victorian seaside, haven't we? And Weymouth was definitely a Victorian favourite, and probably the most famous landmark in the town. The best known is the Jubilee Clock Tower on the promenade, which was built to celebrate the Golden Jubilee of Queen Victoria in 1887. It was erected, it's been up ever since, and it's quite lovely. I just found the most amazing ice cream parlour. It's been going for 80 years here. An Italian family, entirely homemade ice cream. It's called Rossi's. Inside it's like a 1950s, coffee bar with strong coffee and the most brilliant ice cream. Opened in 1937, but it's got that 1950s feel to it, and I just had the most wonderful cherry Melba. If you ever come to Weymouth, Rossi's ice cream parlour, beautiful. I really like Weymouth. Yes, it is very British seaside, but it's not tacky. It's kind of seaside in a kind of regal way, and it's a bit special. But I've now come to a place which isn't terribly well known, but it contains an iconic landmark, British classic that I've always wanted to see. Some clues: it's quite well known for stone, for making stone, which you can see behind me here. Also cement, but it's for this that I came here. Yeah, it's just such an icon, isn't it? It's, I think you could say, the world famous lighthouse at Portland Bill. Featured on shipping forecasts for many, many years. This is that red and white lighthouse that stands at the entrance to one of Britain's oldest naval towns, Portland. And you can just about make out the light turning at the top. Just about. How brilliant is that? Look, the man putting the flag out right at the top of the lighthouse. Wow. So great to come here and to see this part of our history, really. Portland Bill Lighthouse. Fantastic.